Here we go. Wait, I can speak with words. Oh, I'm on push to talk. Anyway, I signed up for bad writing and meaningless spectacles, so I can't possibly be disappointed. I need to try to see the chat on my phone. I used to have an overlay that put the chat on my over the game, and it broke. Hi, Swilly. I think we are all set up now. Alright, let's go pick up this quest and see what the heck is going on. I love the locks at night. Look at this. I might be dilly-dallying. Me putting off Werlyt? Nah. I'm afraid we haven't much in the way of information to share from the front line. We have, however, received word that Gaius wishes to speak with you at Alliance headquarters. I've arranged an escort to take you to headquarters, so when you're ready to depart, speak with the fellow over there. Yeah, they're gonna need an escort, otherwise someone's gonna die. It's not a threat, because Gaius will try to kill me. Hang on, I'm trying to see the chat. Yeah, we are off to a great start here. No, I don't swallow a porcupine. A poor porcupine. Here we go. Porcupine deserves better. Hi, E. This is the music that played in Scala. It makes me think of Fat Cat. Good, you're here. The Ironworks have completed their analysis of the ruby weapon, and Sid Garlon wishes to share his findings. Yay. I take it you can spare a few moments? Very good. Please wait here while I inform him of your arrival. Okay, the one guy said we're talking to Gaius, and this guy said we're talking to Sid. That means they're together, doesn't it? Glad you could make it, Olivia. I'm sure you're as anxious as anyone to hear what we've uncovered. Not really, Sid. Recap time. Our early hypothesis was proven correct. Garleans have designed a system whereby a pilot's consciousness can be forcibly supplanted with data based on the memories and experience of another. That sounds lovely. So even a rank amateur could obtain the combat capabilities of a seasoned warrior? Yes, that's how jobstones work. Precisely, and we learned that how this was made possible when we opened the cockpit. The monitors were still operational, and among the messages displayed, one particular phrase caught my attention. Synthetic Arasite system. Which is what exactly? Good question. Well, the core of the Ultima weapon was referred to as the Heart of Sabik by the Askians. We believe it to have been a type of Arasite. I can't say much for the synthetic sort at this stage, but I've encountered real Arasite before. It was extremely potent, perhaps equal in power to the Heart of Sabik. What even is the Heart of Thingy? It's unclear whether the Garlean simulacrum possesses the same properties as genuine Arasite, but I intend to follow this avenue of inquiry to see where it leads. Okay, that's reasonable enough. Yeah. What we do know is that it was used to implant the combat data of Neil Van Darnus into the pilot, who has been presumed dead. Who has been presumed dead since the Calamity. Are you any closer to discovering how they were able to retrieve this data? The link didn't occur to Gaius at first, that's because he's dumb, but he later told me of devices fitted to the Magitech armor of the Empire's high-ranking officers. There is reason to believe that they were designed to emulate soul crystals used throughout Eorzea. Yes, that was rumored to be its true purpose, but it was never publicly acknowledged. Perhaps those in the upper echelons of command wanted to avoid comparisons to the so-called savages they were meant to be conquering. That is also fair and reasonable. There's also the question of whether this system even functions as intended. You know, if you did Boja, there's that dude Dabog who's completely out of it, that Hrothgar dude who's piloting all those mechas, who was like completely out of it and doesn't know where he is and stuff. That's the same thing. It's like the same mechanic. Anyway, from what we've seen, we can assume that they were successful in gathering combat data of those wearing armor equipped with the device. If the comparison with soul crystals is valid, perhaps this data was transferred via ether. However, it seems that it extracted not only memories relating to combat, but the soldier's very essence. As you saw, the pilot succumbed entirely to the will of Van Darnus. Is the fog themed, yeah. Is he a cyborg though? Because I need to find out more on Dabog, because there's something really cool going on there. Yeah. But the way he's piloting the mechs makes me think that it might be similar to this. Maybe he's like an early experiment of the link between Grinawat's thing and this shenaniganry, the link between those two, maybe. Though this is merely supposition, it is possible that being fused with the ruby weapon's core accelerated the process and caused the deceased Legatus to manifest in corporeal form. Could it be that the death of the pilot was caused by the system malfunctioning? Nah, that was on purpose. It's hard to say. The ruby weapon itself was largely intact when it deactivated, which strongly implies that it was a synthetic Arasite running amok that killed her, rather than the damage incurred during the battle. Definitely not our fault. I want frozen fish sticks. But even after our analysis, I'm afraid we still don't have enough information. For now, perhaps we should consult with Gaius as to our next plan of action. Sid, that's a bad idea. Yeah, I chose red glamour for this, guys. Gaius will know best how to proceed. I still need to get to the bottom of how the synthetic aurosite system works, and whether the pilot's fusion with the core was a malfunction or planned from the start. It's the latter. You know, Gaius is right about one thing. If you really needed to know how to conquer someone, just ask Gaius. Which is very important information if you're trying to kick him out of Ala Mhigan. Let me talk to his little elephant first. I have just returned from my reconnaissance, and I shall reveal my findings before taking a long overdue rest. Vaudolin has come bearing vital information. How the heck do you pronounce his name? Vaudolin. I traced the ruby weapon's path back to the occupied territory of Werlyt, which appears to be where it was built. Where exactly is... My grasp of geography is surprisingly poor. To enlighten me. Yeah, he's barely been at Ala Mhigan. It is surprisingly poor. But you get to see fat cats, Willie. While Ala Mhigan was placed on the western edge of Gimlet, Werlyt lies on the opposite side to the east. It was once a proud and prosperous city until it was brought to its knees by the Imperial invaders. That's surprising. You seem rather well informed. Perhaps I should have taken you with me. She's gonna kill you. I thought that much was common knowledge. I'd already said Imperial invaders. It was Gaius himself, personally. It is also where Alphonse and the others were born. And now the weapon project has brought them home. Yes, the place is now rife with Imperials. They have established an airship supply depot on the coastal town of Turncliffe. According to the locals, something resembling one of the weapons was transported there a few days ago. This bodes ill indeed. Were it possible, I would attempt to capture Alphonse and his followers before they can launch an offensive. However, the distance between here and Turncliffe presents a considerable obstacle, and in all likelihood, the weapon will be ready long before we arrive. Approaching by sea would allow us to save time by circumventing their ground-based troops, provided we are able to secure a vessel. I am not being stuck on a ship with this dude! Or you could use the Enterprise and take the most direct route of all, as the crow flies. In fact, this is a perfect chance to put my top-secret plan into action. Gosh, Sid. Okay, that is in character, at least. And might I ask what that entails? Sorry guys, my nose is itchy. It wouldn't be much of a secret if I told you, now what? No, I know what his plan is. It involves tying the Enterprise to a giant island. And then you get drunk. What I can say is there's a starring role planned for you, Olivia. Thank you, Sid. Why so surprised? You didn't think I'd let you get off that easily, did you? It'll be here soon, so don't you go anywhere. He's gonna let me pilot his airship! He lets me fly a robot, doesn't he? Many Imperials who fought at Gimlet reduced Werlyt, though they will have though they will have had ample time to recuperate by now. Were we to approach by land, we could expect considerable resistance. Premium subscribers. Yeah, Sid a bit giddy to try out some new cool thing with the Enterprise. That much isn't character, but he should be a little more aware of what's going on. Yeah. Yeah, like I could see him being like, heck yeah, I get to fly my new spaceship, and it's a super cool spaceship with extra bonus decals. But then go like, wait a minute, where are we flying it to? I must admit, I'm not fond of surprises, or secrets for that matter. I like this fictitious one. Wasn't Rob on here? He's just... he was just there before that was cute. Hi, Vanny! I see Sid still delights in keeping others in suspense. I can only hope he does not make us wait over long. Yeah, like you do in Praetorium every day, guys. Alright, I'm going in as ninja, and I suck as ninja, but I need this glamour. Two Enterprises? Oh, he honestly, he did! He built a stupid mecha- What? Sid? Why? Oh, it's Shadowbringer's theme? What? What? Sid, why? Is Sid just jealous that Nero was one-upping him with the ultimate weapon? Is that what's going on? Here it is, Olivia. Yeah, build a real... Oh, it's a fish stick. Okay, that makes sense. I resent Garland Ironworks' adaptation of the Ultima Warrior, the G Warrior. Sid, what? Sid, stop. I know Ala Mhigan design when I see it. Excavated from one of their ruins, no doubt. Just dig it up from under Ala Mhigan. Who did the digging? As a slaw, to be precise. Oh good, at least Sid dug it up himself. We came across it during the course of our investigations and decided it would be a shame to let it go to waste. No, what Sid would do is he would take it home and turn it into like a toaster. He like makes a giant whopping point of how he doesn't build weapons. Yes, it is. And you will be taking this refitted relic to face the enemy head on, yes? Perhaps my knowledge of the ultimate weapon will be of use. Dude, I trounced that thing in like 1 minute this morning while alt-tabbed. This is a riot. I'm counting on it as it happens, but first we will need to perform a test run in the simulator before throwing you into battle. Come, we haven't much time. He built a simulator. Why, Sid? He is looking good. He did his hair. Maybe he just went back after that. Yeah. Okay. Do warrior training simulation. Oh, it has a lightsaber! Okay, this is actually pretty cool. G1. Okay, well I'm gonna push to talk, so if I'm using 2 hands for this, you're not gonna know. Destroy the target. Good damn question, Danny. Sid built a giant Ultima weapon and now put me in a holodeck to figure out how it works. That fight is actually kind of fun, as far as session plays. Noom. EP? It just sounds like EP. Where's the thing I'm supposed to kill? Oh, it's a dodge! That's what it's supposed to be for. Okay. I really wish it let me move these buttons, because these are just... 7 is a really bad place for a shield. Doesn't let me change the keybinds, I'm suffering! They're like reflections on the water, but they're not reflections of anything. It's creepy. So, because they're reflections of nothing, I'm going to say that they are actually Cthulhu. Seven is the button that I use for things I rarely ever have to hit, not my cooldowns. This is stupid. Yay, I'm able to drive a robot. Yeah, this is all just a framing device because someone wanted to ride a robot fight. Now, see, Rahela, it isn't immersion breaking because I've decided it isn't canon, so it can't break my immersion. Incredible, but how does it compare to the weapons? I suppose that in theory, any one of us could be the pilot, but I did say your preternatural abilities give you a certain advantage. Olivion is going to cry. Okay, so you can redo it. No, we don't want to. Where's Sid? Here's Sid. Okay, at least it doesn't have teeth on its feet. Are you sufficiently prepared? No. I hear the turn cliff looks really good, so that's something. So we could just push Gaius, just shove him just a little bit. Seems they were expecting us, but who is the pilot? Almost there, you better have your wits about you. No, I left them back in Ala Mhigan 20 years ago. Gosh. G-Warrior, do the thing! There we go. Great, now get ready to strike. Okay. You're a G-Fish. It's too late to back out. Leave self-tacos. Always with a joke already. Wait, Sid, I want to go home! Yay, robots! Gosh, it's stupid. This is the same universe as the rest of the game. Can't afford to lose, it's all or nothing. Wait, if she's wearing a sapphire weapon, sapphire isn't red. I'll say check. Chat keeps glitching. Ooh, it don't like it. Yeah, it just kind of popped. Okay, now it's not right. It's still not sapphire, that's more amethyst. An idiot wrote it! Or maybe not an idiot. I'm convinced that whoever wrote the Werlyt storyline was someone who just read like a brief synopsis of ARR and didn't play it. Or didn't even read the script. Okay. That's as far out as it scrolls. She binds it, it doesn't let me change it. Oh, hey on it. Ow. Wait, okay. What's gonna come from me? Yeah, turn flip is kind of big. Phil, you're gonna hate this. This is just one big session play, whatever they call it. Oh, they all blew up when I killed one? Oh no, they're self-destructing. Tyson's doing it. Yeah, the only reason I'm doing this is because I'm gonna need it for the next dragon. Heck! Okay, now I turn it down to easy. So really, you should do through 5.3 because it's actually pretty fun. Elidibus runs around and borrowed meat, and then he transmogrifies it. He transmogrifies his borrowed meat. Are you sufficiently prepared? No, but here we go. I set it down to easy now that I failed, right? Yes. Yeah. His tea is completely cold. Alright, let's try this again on easy. That's purple, not Brilliant. Those little regulars? Yeah, it's regular. Oh heck. Oh heck. Kinda did. To that. This is the ruby weapon song. Yeah, I figured that. He's fighting these keybinds the entire time. Beatbox hiccuping, yeah. Oh, I missed one. Get over here. Back. Oh, it's gonna self-destruct. This is no, you got. Survive. Activate, that sounds like a problem. Redfield just didn't have much to him. I can't say whether or not I think he's cool because it just wasn't that much. What? No, it's tigers in the water. What? Is that gonna reach? No. Gosh, this thing just. T-Mine. This is on super easy. I set it to super easy after I fell. Because I'm out of mana. Oh, I have to eliminate the tiger. Whatever you say, Sid. Sid, but he did come up with something. It was to cram me into this giant flying toaster. There we go. That's an enrage, isn't it? I'm gonna fail it on super easy. It's moving really slowly though. No. I have like zilch mana. I failed it on super easy. again! I mean, get a drink of water first. Vanny, you're a cruel and horrible person, but we already knew that. Now the keybinds are just... It doesn't let you change the keybinds for this, so like... I have to... 6 and 7 are not easy buttons to hit. And I would put those over on the other side of my keys, but nope. Focus. Can't believe I failed it on super easy. G-Warrior's true self emerges. Is this thing gonna like take me over and then there will be no more Olivia and it will just be this dumb toaster robot? Yeah, and I could theoretically just sit here and rebind some things, but then I'd have to find it back. There we go, let's see. Gap closer. Third time's a charm, eh? They are dead ass saying beef soft tacos. I looked up the real lyrics and I can't fit the real lyrics to the tune. It's only beef soft tacos. Gap folks. Wild flail? How did he know I was wildly flailing? Yeah, why do we actually no? We don't trust him in a robot. Okay, so you're right. There we go. Okay, that's kind of cool. Target has been silenced. Yeah, thanks, guys. It is a saggy octopus baby, Swelly. It really, really is. That damn saggy octopus baby never stood a chance. It just deflates. Now that the immediate threat has been dealt with, we should gather what information we can and turtle. The immediate threat, Gaius, has not been dealt with. You are standing right there. Okay, here's some of the resistance, dude. Pretty matchy. Okay, Turncliffe is gorgeous. Kind of Mediterranean, look at that. Hi, Gaius. Hi, Gaius. Hi. Oh, I didn't realize it was the Praetorium theme. I like it here. Oh, see, okay, this is like a theme that I'm noticing all over, is wherever there's a bunch of Garleans, they put some gorgeous, beautiful local architecture, and then these Garlean monstrosities just chunked down there. There's that there. And everywhere, we've seen it in Boja, we've seen it in Ala Mhigan, we've seen it here, we've seen it back in ARR, even. This the Garlean stuff does not fit. This place reminds me a little bit of Santa Barbara, actually. Okay, I don't want to turn to guys much like some buddies. I cannot help feeling there was a simpler way to defeat the weapon. Perhaps shooting it in the head with a large cannon would have sufficed. I like you, you're smart, you have a brain. I must admit, I envy your talents. Would that I possessed even a fraction of your skill, that I could better serve Gaius. No. Anything that the warrior light can put in his pocket, you can get between the first and the source, so we could just bring the entire puppet's bunker raid and drop it on his super weapon. Gosh, I hope she's not Livia 2.0, that's creepy. You did well to pilot the G-Warrior so adeptly in so short a time, bro. I failed it like twice. And with the weapon largely intact, Sid and his researchers should be able to gather a wealth of valuable information. Before it is dismantled, perhaps we should take one last look at our fallen foe. Saggy octopus, baby! See, I'm standing on a cliff. Gaius is like in front of me. Just gonna go. Oh, having an echo vision. I can't shove Gaius off a cliff. I'm having a moment here. His ankles are magically sagging. Gosh. We should have known Father and his friends would track us down sooner or later. Now they're at our doorstep and the sapphire weapon still isn't ready. This is the kid we just killed, isn't it? Even so, it should still be able to fend them off, or at least buy us some time. Not quite how I imagined it, but this seems as good a way to die as any. No! Rex, Oh, no, I'm not even going to try to do voices. Oh, it's a boy anyway. Never mind. Recon, why are you still here? You're supposed to be moving the other weapons to a safe location. You can take care of that while I pilot the sapphire weapon. They're fighting over who gets to die. What are you talking about? I'm the pilot, not you. There's no need to put your life on the line. I have a better idea. How about you guys just not? Besides, it's still incomplete. It can barely perform basic maneuvers, so it'll be practically useless in a real fight. We have a solution. Oversoul. You want to end up like Milisandia? Milisandia, that's what I'm saying. No, of course not. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. But on myself. These idiots. Somebody save these idiots? I guess we can't. They're already dead. But she didn't give her life in vain. The ruby weapon left behind data that's been used to improve the system, to prevent any further malfunctions. I don't think it's a malfunction. Like, I super do not think that was a malfunction. I think it's supposed to eat the kid and then turn into a big monster and kill the Warrior of Light. I think that's the whole point. What difference does that make? Once Oversoul is activated and the pilot fuses with the core, there's no way back. At least that much is on purpose. That's why I should be the one to pilot the sapphire weapon, not you, Rex. Alphonse needs you. Who named these kids? Yeah, right, that's exactly it. You and I both know that I'm the least qualified pilot we have. There's less to lose if I don't make it back. They're wearing red. They're red shirts. They're literally just red shirts. No, I won't let you. He just goes around collecting orphans. We tried calling someone. It was the Warrior of Light, and the Warrior of Light exploded an entire Praetorium on him, and it didn't stop him, so. Please, Rex, hear me out. Ever since we were children, I was the smallest, the weakest, too afraid to stand up for myself. But I had the best brothers and sisters a boy could wish for. You were always there for me, protecting me. Now it's my turn to protect you. By dying! God, it's like the little comic thing, that YouTube animated comic thing that Moshi's always posted. It's like, friendship with so-and-so. So-and-so will now die for you! Take the other weapons and get out of here. See this through to the end. Gosh. Do it for me, for Milisandia. I'm counting on you, Rex. Yeah, exactly. This is that meme. Except there's two of them. You always did have a stubborn streak. Alright, Recon, I won't let you down. Just promise you'll wait for me on the other side. We'll meet again, brother. It really is, Willy. You all made me happier than I had any right to be, and now I've finally found my purpose, and I have no regrets. Hey, all the folks who followed Ilbert to the wall, how many of them do you think had conversations like this already now? I do feel bad for them, but I'm also like, this all could have been prevented really easily. Gaius? Come on, Sapphire. We may be far from perfect, but we have a job to do. Let's give Father something to remember us by. They're only doing it to impress Gaius! Oh, now Olivion's gonna come out of this Echo Vision and not deck Gaius. Okay. The Echo, I presume. What did it reveal to you? It revealed to me something that I already knew, which is that you were the worst parent in the world. Recon, my poor boy, you were braver than most could ever hope to be. God. Gaius Forest. And we're right on a balcony, and we were on an airship with, like, really paltry railings. I could just shove. Splat. He'll survive. He'll be fine. It's as we feared. I'm sorry, Gaius. Why is he wearing all that bandaging on his hands? Is he like a mummy? Is he turning into a mummy? Is that's what's going on here? First Melisandre, now Recon. We must find the remaining weapons and end this madness. Yeah, we actually must. TV Tropes had a word for it. Narm or something like that? It's just sappy without any substance. I mean, Vanny, that's literally what happened in the last arc. Alright, Voldemort. What is this kid's name? Vaudelin. His name is Vaudelin. Tell me, what do you make of Gaius Baelsar? I understand the two of you had been acquainted since his days as the Black Wolf. He claims to have shed his pelt when he took up the hunt for Aspians, but he's still the same man deep down. Thank goodness! Someone noticed! The two of you have been acquainted. Okay, Olivion's backstory. Acquainted. 20 years. Yeah, acquainted, that's a word for it. I screenshotted that. Acquainted. He certainly kept quiet about having a flock of foster children back in the Empire, though. It seems he would rather bare his teeth to his former masters than allow them to come to harm. Okay. Acquainted. Yet try as I might, I cannot make sense of it. Does he truly fight for the good of mankind, as he would have us all believe? Or is he merely biding his time before he reveals his true colors? Please be right! Please! I feel like this is probably just sowing seeds of doubt, and then he'll be perfectly good in the end, because that's how bad this writing has been. But I really hope this guy's onto something, please. Whatever the answer may be, in the end he will always be a Garlean, and though there may be honorable men and women among them, like Sid, I have suffered much and more as a result of their conquests. Barbaric campaigns in which Gaius Baelsar played no small part. Why are you following him around? My first encounter with the Garleans was 20 years ago, shortly after the fall of Ala Mhigan. They continued their march into lands that had long been home to the Desquites. Oh, we're getting actual lore. I wonder if it's canon. We sought to repel the invaders, but we were woefully unprepared. Our bows and arrows were no match for their magitech, and even our most powerful magics did little to slow their advance. That one's a little kid. That's like a child right there. Guys. I fought on the front line but was knocked unconscious in the opening exchange. When I came to, I was alone. The rest of my unit slaughtered. I hurried back to my village to look for my wife and daughter, only to find the place deserted. He was an Alazan. I don't remember if he was a Duskwight or a whatever they are, the pale ones. I don't remember what color of Alazan he was, but it wasn't Alazan. My search lasted for days, then weeks, then months. It seemed they had disappeared without a trace. I finally learned from 2 Imperials held at Bittermill, that the villagers had been captured and used as test subjects for the poison gas that would later be known as Black Rose. They were never seen again. For 20 years I roamed aimlessly with nothing but hatred to keep me alive. I eventually found myself at the Order of the Twin Adder, who offered me a place among their ranks. A desire for revenge was the only thing I had left, so without a moment's hesitation, I accepted. New favorite character in this, at least in this arc. It has an actual backstory. Were it not for the war with Garlemald, I would have been loath to work alongside the city-dwelling Credanians who for so long had treated my kind as outcasts, but none of that mattered anymore. It all culminated with Operation Archon. As you led the charge into Praetorium, we were right behind you. And when the place came crumbling down, most of us were caught in the rubble. I escaped with my life, though many others were less fortunate. Having dragged myself free from the rubble, I sought a way out. It was then that I encountered none other than Gaius Balsar on the verge of death. Should have left him. The gods had delivered me to the man whose conquest had robbed me of everything. Do it! Stab him! Stab him! I was poised, ready to exact my revenge, and then he spoke. Cast an evil spell. I will not beg for mercy. I only ask that you stay your hand a while longer. Shouldn't have done it, bro. I cannot die until I've rid the world of the Asgian menace. For millennia, mankind has danced to their tune, but no more. Then, once we are finally free, my life is yours for taking. Is it saying that Gaius knew about the Asgians all the way down, like the Souls of the Asgian and all that, all along? Is it really saying that? That's stupid. That's really stupid. Because there's no way. Absolutely no way! Like, his whole everything in Praetorium. I would have struck him down there and then had I not sensed truth in his words, so I decided to grant him a stay of execution and joined him on his side. That was really stupid! Why? Give me a reason! This is so dumb! What? All this time I've kept a close eye on Gaius. Though he is ever on the watch for pursuers, he has granted me ample opportunities to slay him if I so choose. And I still might, if he shows even the slightest sign of betraying our agreement. Please? Please? If Olivion looks startled there, it was because the guy hasn't slain him yet. But for now, the Ascians are my chosen quarry. If they are indeed the ones pulling the Empire's strings, then it shall not end until they have been eradicated. Every last one! Though I could not save my kin, there are those who may yet be spared the horrors of war. Yes, this is true, and following Gaius around is not going to help that goal. Unfortunately, dealing with the Ascians will have to wait until we have brought an end to Garlemald's weapon project. Though we may have vanquished 2 of the new weapons, we must make every effort to prepare for whatever the Garleans throw at us next. Perhaps Severa can tell us whether the Ironworks engineers have uncovered any information of note. little dolphins? Oh, look, they're cute. They're cute little dolphins. I want a minion of those little dolphins. Yeah, yeah. Does he actually kill Ascians is kind of an important question. Or is he just ganking the hosts? Like, he's a lonely widow. And a rueful civilian. Lonely widow. Oh, she looks really young. She's a widow. That's... Hey guys, stop! Matchy. Matchy. Yes, if Gaius is just going around killing the hosts, then a bunch of the hosts are going to be already dead, so he's going to do literally nothing. But a few of them are going to be like Thancred, and he's just going to be like actually killing people. Yeah, Gaius is level 50. He probably hasn't leveled up since then. I'm always ready to return to Garabania. I'd rather you didn't share what we've discussed with my traveling companions. It would only complicate matters. The Ironworks engineers are still at work dismantling the Sapphire weapon and investigating the Turncliffe Magistrate facility. Though they have yet to make the report, they may have some news to share at this juncture. Please wait here a moment. Well, Gaius accomplished plenty. He conquered and ruled Ala Mhigan for 2 entire decades, which is not a small feat. He did plenty, it's just none of it was good. We have yet to finish our investigation, but I can give you a preliminary report. Were you able to recover anything of note? Before abandoning the facility, they attempted to destroy anything they couldn't take with them, including many of the research materials. Luckily, some information relating to the Sapphire weapon's combat data was intact. Country states. Judging by what we saw during the battle, it was extracted from Regula Van Hydrus, correct? It also appears that the Sapphire weapon was actually in an incomplete state, and therefore unable to perform at full capacity. In other words, it was a solo movie. Even so, it was immensely powerful. Had they been given the chance to finish it before we'd arrived, who knows how it would have ended. Indeed, we may not be so fortunate next time, so we must prepare for the worst. The Ironworks shall continue to investigate the Sapphire weapon and look into possible countermeasures. The Echo afforded you a glimpse into the conversation between Recon and Rex prior to the weapon's deployment. Do you remember any other details? Yeah, but they're none of your business, guys. We'll just stand here and tell Gaius everything I've seen. Improvements were made to the synthetic Arsite system to prevent malfunctions, then it was never their intent to create a manifestation of the Outland Darkness. But there's one thing that was intended. Oversoul. Its activation results in the pilot being absorbed by the core, killing them in the process. Rex and Recon were fully aware of this, were they not? Yeah, it has a death button. Then the death of the pilot was by design, all along. It took you 2 whole arcs to figure that out. I figured that out, like, during the raid. Alphonse, how could you, sacrificing your own siblings to fuel this accursed war machines? Oh, hey, Baldur. Yeah, I know. Surely there is no cause worth paying such a price. Olivion's standing here like, I have lots of dead friends. I have lots of dead friends. Lots of hundreds. Thanks, man. Aye, nothing is more precious than family. Yeah. This nightmare is far from over. It appears that Rex has fled with the remaining weapons, and we can assume that Alphonse has every intention of sending them into battle. We must find a way to disable them before Oversoul can be activated. Baldur is right here. Importance of family. I have seen enough death. I do not wish to see any more. Gaius! I'm having trouble with you guys. Then there is no time to waste. Let's be about it, Gaius. Baldur is the softest. Severa, you're in charge here. Keep Sid and his team safe while they carry out the investigation. Understood. Please see that no harm comes to Gaius. You're gonna have to keep a close eye on me. While we're gone, I need you to relay everything to the Resistance troops. Your first-hand account should prove useful. If there are any developments, we'll be sure to contact you. Hey, Nico. Let me have the mouse back, Baldur. Thanks. The other weapons have been moved elsewhere. The locals must have seen the direction in which they were headed. At this stage, any information at all would be better than what we have now, which is next to nothing. Alphonse, I will find you wherever you are. You're seriously trying to make me feel bad for Gaius? Porta Praetoria is the next one. I was looking for. Now, Alphonse is one of the kids who keeps dying, like the boss one, I think. Yeah, like all I know about this going into this is there's a Garland who sweats milk or something. Drinks milk and sweats, but he sweats milk, I've decided. Do they call him the Crania Lupi? Is that like what he calls all of his squads of brainwashed locals? Okay, yeah, okay, but it is the same thing. It'd be just like guys, just give them all the same name. This is my son Bob, and this is my son Bob, and this is my other son, also Bob. I love the locks at night. There's someone on Twitter whose character is also from Ala Mhigan, and she photoshopped her character standing in front of the city with the Ala Mhigan banners up on the city, and her character like running away and crying, and I'm like, same. Okay, I'll click the map. My hard drive is just full of pictures of the locks because it's just nice here. What did you catch for Halo? Baldur's opening the window. There you go. Oh, the person on Twitter photoshopped banners, the Garland banners, onto the city of Ala Mhigan, and her character running away from it, because her character is also Ala Mhigan. Sounds like you've been on quite the journey, all the way to Turncliffe. And judging by the fact that you made it here in one piece, I trust everything went according to plan? Whose plan? What an astonishing account! I wouldn't mind putting that G-Warrior through its paces myself. Certainly a lot more stimulating than supervising this rabble, I'd imagine. Anyway, as before, I'll compile the information into a report and leave it over there for your perusal, should you feel so inclined. If you hear anything from headquarters, we'll be sure to pass it on. Now it is time for sweaty milk. Meanwhile, in Spaceball City. Oh my god, it's ridiculous! They figured out how to, with the graphics, how to put liquid on a character model, and they use it for Tesleen, and to make Gratia cry, and that! I have come to deliver my report, Lord Valens. Is it Valens? Valens? Van Halen. Oh my god! Gosh, it's like this body hair mods. It's just, no! Ah, so you have returned, young Alfred, or was it Alric? Not that it really matters, of course. I hear that you and your darling brothers and sisters have allowed the sapphire weapon to fall into the hands of the enemy. Do tell me it isn't so. I think he has stupid hair, too. I'm afraid that is the case, Lord Valens. Oh, come now, no need to be so sullen. As I say, to err is human, to forgive divine. And you know how forgiving I can be when it suits me. You know, he's already a creep. Oh my god, he does. He sweats and drinks milk. He really does. So tell me, whatever your name is, who was able to best the sapphire weapon? It really is, Fanny. Our sources state that the one known as the Warrior of Light was assisted by Sig Garland and Gaius Van Belsar, my lord. Gaius. Yes, it seems he has been quite the troublemaker of late. Defecting from Garlemald, assassinating the Emperor, whatever next. Oh well, there's no use crying over spilt milk, eh? Speaking of which, I've become quite the connoisseur since arriving in Werlyt. This particular variety comes from a rare breed of cow, you know. Only 100 of them in existence and pampered every day of their lives. He drinks milk from spoiled cows! Yes, they are quite valuable. Until their milk dries up, that is. When it does, they are sent to the slaughterhouse like all the rest, for that is their lot in life. Like goat, you probably haven't heard. Yeah. To be discarded once they have served their purpose. Okay, this guy's actually a little fun. He's so evil. Did I create the ruby and sapphire weapons so that you could deliver them gift wrapped to the enemy? I can see it now. Sid Nangarlon rubbing his hands with glee at all the technological marvels we've bestowed upon him. And you let Gaius Van Baelsar, of all people, get the better of you. How do you think this reflects on me, the goddess of the 567th Legion, humiliated by that traitor? Humiliated, I say! There's only one way to deal with you, with worthless provincial filth like you. Wait for me in the correction chamber. You need to be taught a lesson in obedience. He has a whole room called a correction chamber. Yes, my lord. How about you just not go to the correction chamber? You're really near escape it, yeah. Dude, it would have made more sense if someone wants to come in cackling about an Ala Mhigan death robot. It should have been Nero, not Sid. Forgive my intrusion, Lord Valens, but it is time for your meeting with the head of Magitech Development. Oh, how time flies when you're whipping useless soldiers into shape. Yes, yes, I'll be along once I have made myself presentable. Can't have people thinking I've let my standards slip now, can I? He's so evil. Like, you can just tell from the camera angles that he's like made out of evil. Yeah, it is. What are you doing here? You wish to see me, Lord Valens? Don't let me do girl voices, they break. Did I now? Ah, yes, that's right. So, you're Allie, yes, and you joined the military of your own free will, along with your fellow orphans. Such devotion, what an inspiration you are. You see, it is my firm belief that love grants us the power to move mountains, to overcome any obstacle. Together we shall discover that strength that lies within you. Take my hand, child. I will show you the way. Oh, he's evil! He's like made out of evil. Guess that's one way to make Gaius look less bad. Not that it's working. He looks as bad as he does. This guy looks even worse. Is that it? Did I finish it? Am I done? I'm done! Yay! Save me, bird. Save me, bird. I need hugs from soft bird. Well, that was just stupid, you guys! Like, the robot fight was cool, but it wasn't really my thing because I was kind of bad at it, but it was stupid. It was so stupid. So dumb. Yeah, it's everything you said it was, right? For sure. Like, there are definitely quest lines that just don't strike my fancy or I don't enjoy them, but there are a few of them that are actually bad. There are a lot that are kind of shoddy, that are just full of filler. It just aren't very well put together. But few of them are actually genuinely bad. Golly. So much though. Like, so this is a statue of Theodoric that's broken. There's a shooting star, and his head's down over here on the other side. So that's Theodoric, the Mad King. So presumably, when we kicked Theodoric off the throne, we toppled this. It might have been Garlean's, might have been Ala Mhigan's, but yeah. Over here, sorry, my push to talk key is also my fly down key. Then over here we have this here, which is the statue of Ralga that Theodoric toppled, and that's under the water. So we got we actually have environmental storytelling, which is actually rare in this game. But God, I can't with the steering. Because yeah, here's the statue that Theodoric toppled, and the statue of Theodoric that we toppled, and we rarely actually see that. I love the lock so much. Well, the post-Mogul quests, they're tacky, but they're not tacky, and I didn't particularly enjoy most of them, but they're like funny little side things that play with like the Fate NPCs and things. There's nothing genuinely bad about the writing. Like, it doesn't contradict major parts of the game. Theodoric wasn't No Gods Only Men. He was Akhenaten. He said no Ralgar, only Nimia. Which is, he pulled an Akhenaten, basically. Yeah, I figured Xenos just stabbed the animals because he got bored. I actually never finished all the post-Moogles. I did most of them. There we go. Doesn't get much more Ala Mhigan than that. But no, okay. So the Elzen dude, his backstory is pretty interesting and stuff, and he could, like, something good could come of him. That's some good framework and stuff to spin something out of. But then to have him just decide to just follow Gaius, like he spends 20 years going revenge, and then the moment he actually comes face to face with the guy, he's like, okay, I'll just follow you now. Like, because the guy said what, 2 sentences to him. Like I feel like there should be, it should take a little more to convince him. It's just, I love the locks. Especially at night. The music's nice, the scenery's nice, lore is nice. And see, it's all this nice stuff, and then this Garlean monstrosity just sticking up out of nowhere. I just find it kind of hard to believe that someone would spend 20 years wanting revenge on one specific dude for killing his wife and kid. Horribly, too. They didn't just get dead. They got dead horrifically. And then just as soon as he meets the guy, it's like, oh, there's bigger things at stake, so I'll just let you live. Like even if he believes that Gaius about the whole Askians thing, wouldn't it make more sense for him to gank Gaius and then deal with Askians on his own? Like, he dropped that quick. So there's a little rushed, I guess. And like, that cutscene is spent page after page of paying attention to this guy's backstory and how much he wants revenge and how he's got good reasons for wanting that and stuff. And then just drops it after Gaius materializes. And I mentioned it at the time, but like Gaius knowing too much about Askians? Like, okay, his speeches in the Praetorium, he goes on and on about how, like, the strong must rule the weak. And, like, that's his whole deal. And I've always said that, ever since the first bit of Werlyt came out, that his, if he's so keen on the strong ruling the weak, then him finding out about the Askians would just completely gut him, that he's been bossed around by Askians all along without even knowing it. And that would be a reasonable explanation for Gaius to switch sides. But instead we're gonna say he knew it all along, and take out the last bit of characterization he had that made him a cool villain? Yeah, Asians were like not common knowledge at all. You might know they exist, but that'd be about it. It's just, ugh. None of this makes any sense. And sweaty milk drinker is exactly that. Why did they do that? That's ridiculous. He's just sweating and drinking milk. I mean, we never saw his face. Probably because they didn't bother to program it. He's probably just a boring elephant under there. I don't make him a real face. Although we do get a new Garly in Boja. Menenius, which is a great name, by the way. Great Shakespeare character. But yeah, Menenius has a real face. Wait, no, Menenius is the actual Elizabeth. I think we got some new Garlands. I'm going mad here. Yeah, my read of that is that apparently the kids help him put on his armor, so I guess they're squires. Does it really take 3 kids to put on a suit of Garlean armor? I mean, it has to make him look creepier. Gosh. That poor Aura chick at the end. No. Ugh. Hey, Balder. I know. Is it time to end stream and pay attention to cats? Okay. Yeah, I am gonna go ahead and end stream here, so. Thank you all for watching me rage about Garland. I have nothing new to say about it because everything I had to say, I said before, which is basically that, Werlyt is really badly written, you guys. Honestly, it was exactly what I expected. I am hoping, I'm starting to not expect it, but I am hoping that we will get a screwball and the Gaius will shockingly turn out to be secretly evil. But I think Mochi's idea that this will end with Gaius heroically sacrificing himself and us being sad about it is probably more likely. Educational, yes. Okay, I'll see you guys.